sounds in nature, guys. So woke up about 5:45, right as the sun's rising today. Wanted to kind of reset my circadian rhythm, you know, get some sunlight in my eyes, early morning sunlight, you know, supposedly great for the hormones. I've had pretty, you know, not ideal sleep this past week, so I wanted to kind of get that back on track today, so that next week I'll have way better sleep hygiene and kind of, you know, waking up to that sunrise, guys. What's natural, you know, what's natural for animals, and humans are animals, you know, don't get it fucked up. Start off with max reps on the Mike Tyson push-ups. I've played around with those in the past, but in the recent past, but I've not really done more than like 10 reps at a time. So we'll see how many reps that was. I was not counting, but I will count and look at the video after this. And then to balance that off, I went ahead and did some decline. You know, just straight up rows with the rings there, feet elevated. I want to grind these exercises for a while. I started doing tons of push-ups, about 2 months ago, but I was starting to get some kind of like weird shoulder pains, and you know, I could blame past injuries, I can blame this and that, I can have all kinds of excuses, but I think in the end, guys, my shoulders, my anterior shoulders, the front of my shoulders are just weak, and that's what it comes down to. I hadn't really done any kind of vertical pressing in a long ass time. Tons of pulling, obviously, because I'm climbing constantly. But yeah, I figured nice kind of easy, you know, safe, not easy, safe option would be the Mike Tyson push-ups. I really like how those have a very broad range of motion, starting with the horizontal press, kind of arching into a vertical press. So I thought that was pretty neat. That along with the, you know, crawls where I'm pressing behind me, and the L set and V sets that I work on will pretty much cover, you know, almost an entire range of motion for my pressing. So I figure add the Mike Tyson push-ups to that, I'm good to go. Okay. Now for climbing, obviously a lot of vertical pulling, and when I'm climbing at a 40-degree angle, a lot of like, you know, kind of incline row kind of feel. So I figured, why not do some horizontal pulling that is a bit declined. Okay, that would cover kind of a range of motion that I don't really get in climbing. Okay, and I want to get back into gymnastics curls, guys, and that is pretty much inverting myself and kind of pulling like this. Okay, so you're on the rings, you flipped upside down, and you're gonna pull to your waist, and eventually, you know, who knows when, it'll take a long ass time because that's a super hard skill. I can do like a full-on curl that way. So I'll be upside down, pulling here to here, here. Okay, so it's like an upside down row that turns, that supinates into a like full body weight curl. Pretty wild. That has been kind of like a goal, a long-term goal in my mind for a long time, but I just haven't really chased it hard recently. So that'll be neat to try. And yeah, that'll pretty much cover my entire upper body, guys. Climbing, the decline rows, the invert curls, you know, all the cardio I do, the crawls and stuff, the burpees, whatever. The freaking squirrels in the tree. yeah, the push-ups, all that good stuff. That'll cover kind of like an entire range of pressing and pulling. And then for my abs, if y'all saw my video the other day, doing a lot of ab work now, the hanging knee raises, crossing, you know, to the opposite elbow, the ring rollouts, the push-ups of my feet pressed against the wall. That's super tough on the abs, guys. And also the what the hell are they called? Like the reverse mountain climbers or whatever. And then of course combined with like the cardio I do, like the sit-outs and stuff for like rotational core strength, I'll kind of cover the entirety, you know, of like abdominal movements, hitting the obliques, you know what I mean, hitting the lower abs, upper abs, everything. And for legs, I know I don't really film legs that often, because I don't do like anything too crazy for legs. Lately I'm just doing a ton of like sled drags, and I'm starting to sprint uphill. Okay, and I'm also just doing some, you know, kind of like stretching kind of stuff, like old school kung fu shit, like horse stance squats, holding the bottom position for a long time, squatting back up, stuff like that. I'm also doing a lot of walking lunges, as well as calf raises, tibialis raises, and just kind of like jumping and skipping around. Okay, nothing too crazy. That's about it, guys. That's like my entire, you know, routine for training lately. In a week, guys, I'm going to frickin' Paris, France, baby. I have never been to Europe at all, so I'm super excited about that. For those that are into climbing, you're probably aware that super close to Paris is a place called Fontainebleau, which is like probably the most popular bouldering area in the entire world. Now, I'm not that good at bouldering yet. I've only done it for like a year, but we'll see what's up, man. It'll be cool to check out. I'll probably, you know, be around some crazy strong climbers, speaking all kinds of languages, you know, international kind of a place. I'll try to get some good footage of that. So, I'm looking forward to that a lot. I wish I could be there next year rather than this year, because I feel like I'd actually be a good deal stronger and be able to climb some classic stuff. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I think I'll be able to climb a few things. Nothing too crazy. I'm only climbing like V5 right now, guys, which is, you know, 6C on the font scale. And by the way, the scale for grading climbing in Europe is that, you know, 5, 6A, 6B, 6C, 7A. You know, that is called the font scale. Fontainebleau, alright, the scale. That kind of shows you how, like, popular this place is. The freaking grading scale for bouldering is basically named after this place. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Good morning to you. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Take it easy.